What defines a king? Is it brute force alone, or is it a more subtle, insidious form of power? In the grand, silent theater of the natural world, two titans lay claim to the throne of the apex predator. One is a relic from an age when reptiles ruled the earth. The other is a ghost, a master of chemical warfare, a saltwater crocodile and a Komodo dragon. They are sovereigns of their respective domains. But what happens when those domains collide? When an unstoppable force meets an unkillable object? This is not merely a question of which animal would win a fight. It is a deeper inquiry into the very nature of dominance, survival, and the brutal calculus of evolution itself. We are drawn to these hypothetical contests. They speak to something primal within us, a desire to understand the hierarchies of power that govern all life. The saltwater crocodile is a living dinosaur. Its power is immediate, catastrophic, and undeniable. It is a creature of explosive, bone-shattering force. Its reign is built on the physics of the ambush and the finality of the drowning grip. It has ruled the waterways of Australasia for millions of years, a testament to a design so perfect, it has scarcely needed to change. Its authority is written in the language of raw, physical supremacy, a monarch of the old world. The Komodo Dragon, however, presents a different kind of authority. Its power is not always seen, it is felt. It is a creeping, systemic collapse. A masterpiece of biological engineering, it wields a weapon that defies simple mechanics. Its kingdom is built on patience and a profound understanding of pathology. This giant lizard, the largest on our planet, does not need to overpower its prey in a single, violent burst. It needs only to make contact, to deliver its venomous secret. It is a modern tyrant, employing tactics that are both ancient and terrifyingly sophisticated, a patient usurper of life. So we stand at the precipice of a monumental question, a clash not just of flesh and bone, but of evolutionary philosophies. The ancient armored brute versus the patient, venomous assassin. One relies on the certainty of overwhelming physical power, the other on the slow, inexorable certainty of biochemistry. When these two apex predators are drawn into the same small arena, a forgotten stretch of coastline where their territories overlap, which definition of power will prevail? The answer lies buried in the intricate details of their biology, their behavior, and the unforgiving laws of the wild. It is a drama that has never been filmed, but we can, with care, imagine it. Imagine the islands of the Lesser Sunda archipelago in Indonesia. Here, the air is heavy. It is thick with the scent of volcanic soil and decaying vegetation. This is the only place on Earth the Komodo dragon calls home. It is a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Dry forests and rugged savannas stretch under a relentless sun. The dragon is perfectly sculpted for this world. Its gray, scaly hide is the color of the volcanic rock and the dry earth. It moves with a slow, deliberate swagger, a saurian gait that has been perfected over millions of years. It is a creature of immense patience. It can wait for days, motionless, for the perfect moment. The dragon's senses are finely tuned to this environment. Its forked yellow tongue flicks constantly. It tastes the air, gathering molecules that tell it everything it needs to know. It can detect the scent of carrion from miles away. Its eyesight is keen, capable of spotting the slightest movement. But its true genius lies in its strategy. It is an ambush predator, yes, but it is also a relentless pursuer. It does not need to be faster than its prey, which can include water buffalo and deer. It only needs to be persistent. It understands that a single, well-placed bite is all that is required to begin the slow, inevitable process of death. Its weaponry is a marvel of evolutionary design. Its mouth is a septic arsenal. Over 60 serrated teeth, constantly replaced, are designed to tear flesh. But the true weapon is not the teeth themselves. It is the complex venom that drips from glands in its lower jaw. This is not a simple neurotoxin. It is a sophisticated cocktail of proteins. These proteins induce shock by causing a massive drop in blood pressure. They also prevent the blood from clotting. A wound inflicted by a Komodo dragon is a wound that will not heal. The prey does not die from infection over days, as once thought. It dies from shock and massive blood loss, often within hours. This combination of patience, sensory acuity, and biochemical warfare makes the dragon the undisputed ruler of its island kingdom. It fears nothing. It will cannibalize its own young. It will take down animals 10 times its size. Its dominance is absolute, enforced by a unique and terrifying biological toolkit. It moves through its domain not with the frantic energy of a hunter, but with the calm, assured confidence of an executioner. This is the creature that now patrols the water's edge, a monarch surveying the farthest reaches of its territory, unaware that another sovereign is approaching from the sea. Now, let us journey to the murky estuaries and coastal mangrove swamps of northern Australia, or perhaps the river systems of Southeast Asia. This is the kingdom of the saltwater crocodile, Crocodilus porosus. It is the largest living reptile on the planet. A mature male can exceed 6 meters in length and weigh over a ton. It is a creature that has survived the extinction of the dinosaurs. Its design is a testament to brutal efficiency. It is a semi-aquatic fortress of muscle, bone, and armored hide. Its body is low-slung, powerful, and perfectly adapted for its dual existence on land and in water. The crocodile's power is primal and explosive. It is an ambush predator of unparalleled skill. It can lie submerged for hours. Only its eyes, ears, and nostrils break the surface of the water. They are positioned on top of its head, allowing it to remain almost entirely hidden. It waits with inhuman patience. It observes the riverbank. It notes the drinking patterns of its prey. It is a cold, calculating hunter. When an animal, a wild boar, a kangaroo, even a buffalo, ventures close enough, the crocodile erupts from the water. The attack is a blur of terrifying speed and force. There is no chase. There is only a sudden, violent conclusion. Its primary weapon is its jaws. They are the most powerful of any animal alive today. They can generate a bite force of over 3,700 pounds per square inch. The jaws are lined with up to 68 large conical teeth. These teeth are not designed for chewing, but for gripping. They are spikes sinking deep into flesh and bone, ensuring there is no escape. Once it has a hold, the crocodile employs its signature move, the death roll. It uses its immensely powerful body and tail to spin rapidly in the water. This maneuver dismembers its prey with shocking efficiency. It is a display of raw, mechanical power that is both horrifying and awe-inspiring. This creature is the undisputed master of the waterways. It is intelligent, territorial, and fiercely aggressive. It will attack anything it perceives as a threat or potential food, including sharks and, on occasion, humans. Its thick, scaly hide, reinforced with bony plates called osteoderms, acts as a suit of natural armor. It is a living war machine, a perfect predator that has dominated its ecological niche for millions of years. Now, driven by hunger or perhaps the primal urge to explore new territories, one such giant has swum into the tidal zone of an unfamiliar island. An island ruled by a different kind of monster. The stage is set on a secluded beach, a crescent of black volcanic sand where the dry, thorny scrub of the island meets the turquoise water of the Flores Sea. It is a liminal space, a borderland between two empires. The midday sun beats down, shimmering off the wet sand left by the receding tide. The air is still, save for the gentle lapping of waves and the distant cry of a sea eagle. It is a place of deceptive tranquility. A place where the rules of two separate worlds are about to be tested. The ancient laws of the land and the primordial laws of the sea are converging on this single anonymous stretch of coast. From the scrubland emerges the Komodo Dragon, a large male, nearly 3 meters long. He is a veteran ruler of this part of the island. His hide is a mosaic of old scars. He moves with a familiar, confident swagger, his powerful legs carrying his heavy body across the sand. His forked tongue flickers, tasting the salt in the air. He is drawn to the shoreline by a scent, the faint, intriguing smell of carrion, perhaps a dead turtle washed ashore, or maybe it is simple curiosity, a patrol of his borders. He is the master of all he surveys on land. His confidence is absolute, born of a lifetime of unchallenged dominance. At the same time, a dark, log-like shape materializes in the shallow surf. It is the saltwater crocodile, a formidable male, over 4 meters long. He has been driven from his own territory by a larger rival, and has spent days swimming in the open ocean. He is hungry, exhausted, and aggressive. This beach is an inviting place to rest and bask, to replenish his energy. He hauls his immense body partially onto the sand, his powerful limbs struggling for purchase. He is out of his primary element, the water, but he is still a terrifyingly capable predator on land, able to gallop in short, explosive bursts. The two predators spot each other almost simultaneously. A sudden electric tension fills the air. The sea eagle's cry seems to hang, suspended. All other sounds fade away. The dragon stops, his head raised high, his neck puffed out. The crocodile ceases its movement, its cold reptilian eyes fixed on the strange creature on the beach. This is not a predator-prey encounter. This is something else entirely. It is a meeting of two sovereigns, a territorial dispute between two of the planet's most formidable hunters. Neither is programmed to back down. The first move is yet to be made, but the conflict has already begun. The standoff is a silent war of nerves, a psychological battle played out under the oppressive tropical sun. The Komodo Dragon, being the more mobile creature on land, makes the first move. But it's not an attack, it's a display. He begins to circle the beached crocodile, keeping a respectful distance of several meters. His movement is slow, deliberate, almost ritualistic. He walks with a stiff-legged gait, his tail held high, swinging gently from side to side. His head is up, and he lets out a low, guttural hiss that sounds like air escaping a punctured tire. This is a clear signal of dominance and a warning. The crocodile remains largely motionless, a statue of primordial patience. Only its eyes move, tracking the dragon's every step. It is conserving energy, assessing the threat. The dragon's circling is a test. It is probing for weakness, for a sign of fear or a lapse in attention. The crocodile is a creature of the ambush. It prefers its opponents to come to it. On land, it is more vulnerable, its movements more cumbersome. It cannot afford to waste energy on a pointless chase. Its best strategy is to wait for the dragon to make a mistake, to come within range of its devastating jaws. The air crackles with unspoken threats. The dragon continues its slow, menacing patrol. Its forked tongue darts in and out, gathering information. What does the crocodile smell like? Is it injured? Is it tired? Every flick of the tongue is a piece of intelligence gathered. The dragon's brain, though small, is wired for this kind of strategic assessment. It is a master of the long game. It understands that this is not a contest that will be decided by a single, explosive action. The crocodile, in response, opens its massive jaws in a wide, silent gape. This is not a yawn, it is a threat display, showcasing its formidable arsenal of teeth. A clear message. Come closer, and this is what awaits you. The psychological tension escalates. The dragon's circling and hissing are met with the crocodile's stoic immobility and intimidating gape. It is a clash of two different predatory philosophies. The dragon's active, probing intimidation versus the crocodile's passive, confident threat. Neither creature is willing to cede ground. The beach has become a gladiatorial arena. The sun climbs higher in the sky. The heat becomes more intense. The two reptiles, both cold-blooded, absorb the sun's energy. They are fueling themselves for the inevitable physical confrontation. The dance of intimidation is about to end. The first physical contact is now imminent. The Komodo Dragon decides the time for posturing is over. It needs to escalate the conflict. It sees an opportunity. The crocodile is still positioned with its head towards the land and its powerful tail towards the water. Its flanks are partially exposed. The dragon alters its circular path. It feigns a move towards the crocodile's head, causing the larger reptile to shift its immense weight slightly. It is a diversion. In a sudden burst of surprising speed, the dragon lunges not for the head, but for the crocodile's thick, muscular hind leg. It is a calculated risk, a gamble that could end in disaster. The dragon's attack is swift and precise. It bites down hard on the fleshy part of the crocodile's upper leg. Its serrated teeth, like steak knives, slice through the tough, scaly hide. The crocodile roars in pain and fury, a deep guttural sound that reverberates across the beach. It reacts with instinctual, explosive violence. It twists its massive body, attempting to bring its lethal jaws to bear on the dragon. But the dragon is prepared. It does not hold on. This is not a wrestling match. The goal was never to pin the crocodile. The goal was to deliver its venomous payload. Having delivered the bite, the dragon releases its grip and immediately scurries back, putting a safe distance between itself and the enraged crocodile. The venomous kiss has been delivered. The dragon's work is, in a sense, already done. Now, its greatest weapon, patience, comes into play. The deep gashes on the crocodile's leg begin to bleed profusely. The dragon's venom is already at work. The anticoagulant proteins are preventing the blood from clotting. The vasodilator proteins are causing a systemic drop in blood pressure. The crocodile, a creature of immense strength, has been poisoned. The crocodile is now at a significant disadvantage, though it does not yet know the full extent of its predicament. It is wounded, enraged, and bleeding. It attempts a lunge towards the retreating dragon, but its movement is slower, slightly hampered by the injury to its leg. The dragon easily evades the clumsy attack. It now settles down on the hot sand, just outside the crocodile's reach. It watches. It waits. The sun continues its relentless journey across the sky. The crocodile's blood stains the black sand. The dragon knows that time is now on its side. The battle has shifted from a physical contest to a biochemical one. The saltwater crocodile is a being of pure primordial rage. The pain in its leg is a foreign concept. The persistent bleeding, an unnerving annoyance. It does not understand the subtle, insidious weapon that has been deployed against it. Its entire evolutionary history has prepared it for physical combat, for overwhelming its opponents with brute force. It sees the dragon waiting patiently, and its predatory brain registers only one imperative: destroy. It knows it is slower on land. Its only hope is to lure the dragon into its element, or at least within the inescapable arc of its jaws. Ignoring the growing weakness in its limb, the crocodile makes a desperate, powerful move. It uses its 3 good limbs and its powerful tail to propel its massive body forward in a surprisingly fast lunge. It is not a run, but a violent, short-distance burst. The dragon, ever watchful, is caught slightly off guard by the sheer explosive power of the injured giant. For a split second, the gap between them closes. The crocodile's jaws, a biological guillotine, snap shut with the force of a falling tree. They miss the dragon's body by mere inches, closing on empty air with a sickening thwack. The failed lunge costs the crocodile dearly. The exertion sends more blood pumping from its wounds. A wave of dizziness caused by the venom-induced drop in blood pressure washes over it. It stumbles, and in that moment of weakness the dragon sees another opening. It darts in again, this time aiming for the crocodile's thick, muscular tail. Another quick, slashing bite. Another dose of venom. Another rapid retreat. The dragon is fighting a war of 1,000 cuts. It is dismantling the ancient fortress piece by piece, not by breaking down the walls, but by poisoning the garrison within. The crocodile, now wounded in 2 places, is becoming disoriented. Its primeval fury is being replaced by a creeping lethargy. It tries to turn, to face its tormentor, but its movements are becoming slow and uncoordinated. It has one last desperate card to play. If it can just get a grip on any part of the dragon, a leg, a tail, it can execute its ultimate weapon, the death roll. Even in its weakened state, the rotational force generated by its body could tear the dragon apart. It is a contest of ancient mechanics versus modern biochemistry, and the crocodile is staking everything on one final cataclysmic act of physical violence. Hours pass. The sun begins to dip towards the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. The beach is no longer a pristine landscape. It is a scene of grim, protracted struggle. The Komodo dragon has not moved from its vigil. It watches, its black eyes unblinking as its venom continues its relentless work. The crocodile is now a shadow of its former self. The initial fury has given way to a profound, systemic collapse. The once mighty creature lies panting on the sand, its immense body trembling with shock. The bleeding from its wounds has slowed, but only because its blood pressure is now dangerously low. The crocodile attempts to rise. It pushes with its powerful forelimbs, its great head lifting from the sand. But its hindquarters fail to respond. The muscles, deprived of oxygenated blood, are beginning to shut down. It lets out a low, mournful bellow. It is not a sound of aggression anymore. It is a sound of confusion and despair. The world's most powerful reptile, a creature that has faced down sharks and dominated waterways for millennia, is being brought down by an enemy it cannot see. An enemy that is working from the inside out. It is a slow, agonizing, and deeply undignified defeat. The dragon, sensing the final stages are near, begins to approach. There is no hurry, there is no aggression. There is only a calm, methodical certainty. It circles the dying giant one, last time, its tongue flicking, tasting the air, which is now thick with the scent of blood and impending death. The crocodile's eyes, once burning with cold fury, are now clouded and dull. It can barely track the dragon's movements. The ancient suit of armor, the osteoderms and thick scales, has been rendered useless. The fortress has been breached from within, its internal systems collapsing into chaos. As twilight settles over the island, the dragon moves in. The crocodile offers no resistance. It is too weak to even lift its head. The battle is over. The dragon, with the same dispassionate efficiency it would show to a fallen deer, begins to feed. It uses its sharp, serrated teeth to tear at the soft underbelly of its vanquished foe. The sounds of the struggle are replaced by the grim, wet sounds of the feast. The monarch of the land has defeated the monarch of the sea, not through superior strength or size, but through a more sophisticated and patient form of lethality. A silent, chemical coup d'etat. The victor stands over the vanquished. The Komodo dragon, its belly full, rests beside the carcass of the once mighty saltwater crocodile. The tide begins to creep back in, its gentle waves washing away the blood that stains the black sand. The scene is one of brutal finality. A clear winner has been declared. The dragon's evolutionary strategy, the venom, the patience, the war of attrition, has triumphed over the crocodile's strategy of explosive, overwhelming force. On this day, on this beach, the question of sovereignty has been answered. The patient assassin has defeated the armored brute. But as we pull back from this grim tableau, a more profound and unsettling question emerges. What truly has been won? The dragon has secured a meal and reinforced its dominance over this small patch of territory. Yet, this victory is a paradox. The very existence of such a contest highlights a fundamental fragility. These two apex predators, honed by millions of years of evolution to be the undisputed masters of their domains, were pushed into conflict by external pressures, a shrinking habitat, a displaced rival. Their battle was not a grand tournament of nature, but a desperate symptom of a world in flux. In the grand scheme of things, their epic struggle is a footnote, a fleeting, violent drama on a remote shore. The true battle is not between dragon and crocodile. It is the silent, ongoing battle for survival that all species face. The crocodile, a marvel of endurance that survived the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs, was undone by a biological weapon it had never evolved to counter. The dragon, a master of its island ecosystem, remains confined to a tiny corner of the globe, its own future uncertain. Their clash reveals not just their strengths, but their profound, specialized vulnerabilities. And so, we are left not with a simple answer, but with a deeper appreciation for nature's terrifying complexity. There is no ultimate king. There is only adaptation, opportunity, and the relentless, unforgiving pressure of the environment. The roles of victor and vanquished can reverse with a change in circumstance, a shift in climate, or the arrival of a new, unseen threat. The story of life is not a linear march towards perfection. It is a chaotic, unpredictable, and often brutal dance. The greatest lesson from this imaginary battle is a humbling one, that in the face of nature's vast, silent indifference, all thrones are temporary. To understand more is to witness more. To witness more is to join the conversation about our planet's future, a dialogue that is happening all around us, in every ecosystem, every single day.